Ever since coming back from India, I have been realizing things that I wish I could unsee because bliss really is ignorance when it comes to the way America runs, like with its health system, working system, like all the systems of America actually are problematic. I don't want to say sound like one of those woke, annoying people when I say that, but like I can't help but not see it now since I've been traveling. Like the more I travel and then come back to the US, the more I see what all those woke conspiracy crazy people have been saying, like what all of them say about the food and how things here are really unhealthy. I've known that food here is really unhealthy, but since experiencing it, I see it in a whole new way. I've known that they add an exponential amount of sugar in our food that's very unnecessary, but since going to India and like eating the way regular people eat in any other country where it's like not a crazy amount of sugar added in any little thing. Literally, you can get a carrot in the US and there's probably like 13 grams of sugar in it naturally. I just ate like a normal person would eat in Europe. And I don't know what other country doesn't overproduce like America does. And I come back here and I had to adjust to like the food here after not eating like a crazy American. And that's been really hard. So when I was living in India for about 2 months, I was living on an all vegan diet. I'm not crazy in veganism, but like I did it. I did it when I was there. And I ate very simply. I had a dining hall that I would go to where all the monks would go to too when they would eat. We would go for lunch, breakfast, and dinner. I don't know why I put it in the wrong order. And when we go to the dining hall, you get very simple food, like food that was grown on the land there. So like it was like farm food, so it's all organic, I guess. But organic's not really a thing in other countries. It's more of a thing in America because we love pesticides here. Yeah, it was like all organic. It was just all very natural, pure food. I would have like soups, grains, beans, lots of dosa sometimes. Really just like plain food, like yogurt some morning. I don't know, maybe I have pictures of it. But from eating like a regular American eats, indulging whenever I want to indulge, waking up, getting my iced coffee, vanilla latte with however much sugar, maybe an egg bite from Starbucks and pasta for lunch, however an American eats, like the basic way. From eating that way, then going to India and not eating like that, not eating in this overproduced way, it was a shock for me. And it was actually really hard to transition. I stocked up on like chocolate from the Dubai airport and I had this little chocolate stash. So for the first 2 weeks, I was going ham on that chocolate stash because I'm so used to an abnormal amount of sugar from American food. Like we're just pumping it into every little thing. So the food in India didn't have that much sugar. And it was like I was, in a sense, getting off a drug. Like my drug was sugar. That's how I realized that it's really messed up how we live here because we're just naturally born into things like getting fed way too much sugar and we don't even realize it. And that's when I realized how used to how my body was used to really unhealthy food that I'm just naturally fed in the US because I was just like hardcore stopping all of that. I wasn't eating 30 grams of sugar a day, all this processed food, and I'm just like living simply, eating simply. So then I started to crave sugar like insanely in the beginning when I was getting off all of like that food. And I was recognizing these cravings more because usually when I get the craving for sugar, since we have access to everything in the US, I'll just walk down to the store and buy whatever sugary item I could buy, even if it's like a item that's seen as healthy, like a greens drink, and I could buy that, and then my craving would go away because the greens drink actually has 24 grams of sugar in it. That's how the US is. Like, they literally make healthy food. They trick you that things are healthy when they still will find a way to put sugar in it. But yeah, in India, I couldn't just buy sugar whenever I wanted sugar. So I was sitting with my cravings for sugar more and recognizing, oh my gosh, I literally have an addiction to it, because I would just be sitting there and my brain would be like, ding, 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 you need sugar. And I wouldn't be able to get sugar. So I was like recognizing how my brain was telling me I need sugar. And that's like where the first 2 weeks of living in India was really hard for my system. It was like a system shock. It was like a diet shock for me, not a culture shock, but a diet shock. I really saw how life here is so easy. Like, we want junk food, we get junk food. And having that, something so simple, taken from me, because I was living in an ashram. Oh, I can't say it right. I was just living in a place where monks reside, okay? And it's like in the middle of nowhere. It's not like smack dab in the middle of India, because everyone's like, how the heck did you do India? Because it's crazy there. No, like, this was in the middle of nowhere. It was really bougie, and I'm just living off their diet. I can't leave when I want to leave. So I got like simple things in America, well, things that seem so simple to me when I'm living in America, taken from me. And that's when I realized it's not that simple, actually. Being able to just get sugar whenever you want sugar shouldn't be a thing, but we over mass produced so much to like, any food is a call away. We have Uber Eats, we have Postmates, we have so many ways to consume. So I go to a country where I don't have all those ways to consume, and it was literally like I was getting off a drug. It's like I was so used to just over consuming here in America. If I want a product, I just buy on Amazon, it comes the next day. If I want an outfit, I just go out and buy the outfit the next day and it comes. Like, I was so used to that, where it just seemed so normal and like just a simple necessity in life. But then I go to India and it's gone. It's like, I want a product. Okay, well, I don't get it, or I have to find something else to like distract my brain. I want McDonald's in the middle of the night. You don't get it. And it was the biggest wake-up call that I have been overly consuming my entire life, and I don't even need to. That this world we live in as Americans, or people who also live in an over-consuming country, has been so innate in us. We've just been born into consumerism that we don't even recognize the simple things like ordering Uber Eats when you're craving something at 3 a.m. shouldn't be a thing. Because when we're so reliant on things like that, like when we just think, oh, I'm hungry, I can get Uber Eats, we're not even thinking, oh, I'm hungry, I should wait a little bit in the morning, I'm just craving food right now. Or we're not thinking, oh, I'm hungry, I should like cook food for myself. Or oh, I'm hungry, I should go find a healthy recipe. Now we're getting so reliant on consumerism that we can't even decide for ourselves what the right choices are to make, like that are beneficial and actually healthy for us. Because it's either like, oh, I'm hungry, and it's 3 a.m., let me wait till the morning, go to Whole Foods, get some organic, natural like stuff, make a nice recipe. Or it's, oh, I'm hungry, it's 3 a.m., let me just order on Uber Eats. In the moment, the option to just order on Uber Eats is so much more easier, and what we've been innately trained into doing from living in the US. So I realized like there's these people on social media like saying, you gotta be disciplined, like what's wrong with you, like choose the healthy option. And they would annoy me, and they still annoy me, but I understand where they're coming from after traveling. They still annoy me because what they're not telling us is picking the healthier option or being disciplined is so much harder then they like make it sound like they just sound like, oh, I can just choose the healthy option so easily. Like we weren't born into the US trained to always choose the unhealthy option. We were thrown into a country that consumerism is normal. It's normal for us to pick an unhealthy option. It's normal for us to just order something on Amazon when we want a product. It's normal for us to just indulge in sugar when we think that we're not. It's normal for us to get a healthy drink from the grocery store and it has 14 grams of sugar and we don't even know that because it's just naturally in everything in the US. We are just in a system that's screwed. So when there's this like red pill, green pill type of group, like the motivational speaker people, I now understand why they're saying it's so important to eat healthy, to make decisions for yourself, because we are in a world where healthy decisions and good decisions for yourself is something you actually have to think deeper into. It's something you have to motivate yourself for. It's something you have to bring in all your focus for. It's not something that's just naturally given to us because the way America is. It's not like we're living in Europe where you can eat all the bread there and not gain weight. You eat one thing of bread here and you're gaining weight. And it's exhausting to constantly have to look into every little thing when you realize how much junk they put in our food that they don't need to put in it. When you start to wake up and realize that America is a really messed up consumerism system, when you realize that and that you have to make changes every single day to go against the system, that in itself can be a lot. It can be overwhelming because I grew up with a family that was like that. I grew up with a mom who was extraordinarily health conscious. She makes videos on it. It has to be her entire personality because if you're in America and you're choosing to be health conscious, it can't be a subtle thing. It has to be something that you dedicate your entire life to because you have to learn all this new information on what they're putting in your food, how bad the system is, like how bad the food system is. Really, like that's why when people are health conscious, they go so crazy and obsessive is because they find out one clue, like, hey, like we're getting more sugar in our food than we need. Then they find out another clue, like, hey, we don't need all this gluten. That's why people are getting all these diseases. And it's just like all these little breadcrumbs to the mystery of what America is. Like they're getting closer and closer. And because we have so much consumerism and we're moving so fast, there's endless clues that we have to look into to figure out just how to be healthy in America. There's one side of TikTok that's telling you about NAD, it keeps you young, the Kardashians do it. There's another side of TikTok talking about how you need your B12 vitamin every day. There's another side of TikTok talking about veganism is a good diet because, the factory farms like make meat and it's really messed up what they do because there's so many messed up things that are going on. It's like, how in the heck can I keep up? It's either they're adding too much sugar in our food and I have to keep up with that and start to analyze that. Now I'm finding out that organic actually means something because they're doing pesticides. It's like we're just set up for failure in America. And then let's say you gain weight and you stop caring. Like you stop looking into all the health stuff because it's overwhelming. Like that's what's been happening to me. Like I know everything about health, but I just gave up because I was like, I'm getting exhausted from this. And last night I got fast food and I was feeling so guilty. And then I was thinking like, oh, there I am sucked into the system again. Like when I'll have moments where I eat really healthy and then I plateau and I go down and I just give up and I eat unhealthy and I come like this crazy American consumer. Like I scroll on TikTok, I lose myself to all of the overproduction. Like whenever I feel low, I just will lose myself and I'll go on TikTok and I won't think about how much I'm consuming or I'll just eat food and not think. And that's how easy it is to suck you in. Like I would get so angry at myself. Like, why am I doing this? Why? Well, because the world is built for you to do that. Like, I used to get so mad when I would eat so bad all the time or not care about myself, because that's what the American system wants. Like, once you start to scroll on TikTok, you're getting fed a million more videos based off of things that are the most particular things to you, that are so oddly entertaining, because the AI is getting so advanced on how to feed content to you to make you stay on the apps longer. Once you eat one meal from fast food, you're already getting this like new ding 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 like neuron in your brain, or whatever it's called, like this new like pathway like going off, like dinging in your head every time to eat fast food, because it's so addicting. Like there's addictive chemicals in our fast food. So it's like, oh, I spiral down, I decide to eat fast food. Now my body's hooked on it. And I'm telling myself, oh, I want to get back up, I don't want to eat fast food. But then it's 3 a.m. and there's something in my brain telling me that I need to eat fast food again, because it's like they won. The system won. The fast food chains won. They figured out a way to keep people hooked on their food for years, like with what they put in there. And it's like, you want to get out? Okay, well, now I have to fight this craving addiction in my head that's literally like telling me that I need to eat food right now, like that I need to eat something with sugar right now. And I'm thinking it's me. I'm thinking there's something wrong with me. I'm like, why do I want sugar right now? Screw it. Like, I can't fight myself anymore. There's something wrong with me. I like to overeat. No, it's not you, but you're convinced it is. So then I overeat the sugar and I just keep spiraling down. And then I'm thinking, oh, well, I want to eat healthy again. Okay, well, I eat a healthy meal. Right after I eat the healthy meal, it's like that neural pathway saying like, oh, but you want sugar too. And then it's just, it's this system in the US makes it so we're stuck. They want us to just all stay like working middle class, people who don't think, people who just numb out, go on autopilot, consume fast food, let the sugar, let all the chemicals from the food affect their body so they can stay in autopilot and just listen to those chemicals, like the way the chemicals will affect their hormones. And all this stuff is doing is making you make decisions that aren't good for yourself, but are good for the over-consumerism that America has turned into, the freaking capitalist society we live into. I don't want to be one of those annoying woke people or like, oh, we live in a capitalist society, but we really do. And it's made to stay everyone like middle class in a sense, because it's like, okay, you eat the cheap food that's from McDonald's that makes you, that messes with your chemical in your brain, like your imbalances in your brain, and it makes you imbalanced energetically. So then you wake up and you don't feel like working, and then you're on autopilot again. You're like not really thinking about decisions, because the first thing that you're thinking of in the morning is Starbucks, because you watched all this TikTok of people having Starbucks drinks, and you think that you want Starbucks because it's something that you want. No, it's because it was thrown at you. It's because that you watched all these advertisements on Starbucks and you don't even realize you were getting advertised Starbucks. So now you want Starbucks, and that Starbucks has all this sugar in it. Like, it's an ongoing cycle. Like, that's just like one part of it. Like, to even go into like ads, like how there's so many commercials and they're literally running in our brain without us even realizing. Like, if I have days where I'm not doing well, if I'm feeling sad and I'm scrolling on TikTok, I will start to buy food or crave specific foods that I saw on TikTok, and because I'm low, I'm not even recognizing it, or I am a little bit, but I'm still just doing it because I'm numb and it's the only thing that'll fill me up. Like 2 days ago, I saw on Tana Mojo's Snapchat story that she was eating KFC. And I saw that story after drinking and going out, so I was already like really hungover. And then later, I wanted KFC because I saw it from her Snapchat story. She's not even advertising it to me. Social media, the system of it is just, it's so good at making us wanting to consume more that people don't even have to get paid to do ads anymore. Like, she wasn't even trying to advertise it to me, but because I saw that, I ate KFC. I get KFC, and then all of a sudden, it's the next day, and I'm thinking, oh, why did I eat KFC? But I'm also craving more junk food. Like, when we eat junk food, too, like from these fast food places, because they're full of so many chemicals, it alters our thoughts, too, and, like, what we want. And then I think I want the junk food because my body's telling me I want it, so I obviously want it. But no, it's because of the chemicals that the food is messing with your brain. You can't think for yourself here. I know I keep repeating it, but I'm really like understanding it.